Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today I'm going to do a video, another video for beginners, and for everybody really. I mean, you know, it's fun and it's a different way to do your art and look at your art. And maybe something that you might not have thought about before. As always, if you like my videos, if you like what I do, please give me a thumbs up. I really, really appreciate it. Leave me a comment. Leave me questions, comment, whatever you want. I love them. I read them. I really try to get back to as many as you as I can. And I will link my video to making your own paint sprays, your own, your own mist sprays. I can't recall what the names of them are right now. I guess they're called ink sprays, but it's not out of ink. It's out of food coloring. Up here, down there, everywhere. Go check it out. And please share me everywhere like I'm your loose friend. I love to be shared around. And if you have a friend or people that are wanting to get into mixed media and art, please share me to them. And let's get started. Okay, as you can see, I have a bunch of stencils here. Now, it doesn't matter who makes the stencils at this moment. All it matters is that it's a subject that you want to make a page out of, whether it be art journaling, canvas, mixed media, whatever you want. And as you can see, I have a flower. I have some butterflies, a dragonfly. I have some other flowers and some leaves. I have some other flowers and some leaves. I have big flowers. And I have birds. The Birds. The movie The Birds that scared the shit out of me when I was little. Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take paper. Now, this is just square watercolor paper. What is it? That's just a regular 140 pound that you get from your local craft store. But use your printer paper. Use whatever kind of paper you have. It's just to have fun. And if you only have newspaper, which, you know, is completely fine, use that. The point is if you have a stencil that you like that has flowers and all that, use it. Now, this one's a great one to use. Maybe I'll take it out. It's a big mother. It's a big mother trucker. All right. I'm taking that bad boy out. So, what we're going to do is... we're going to stay away from the big gigantor flowers, but let's stick with these. And let's take our trusty, I'm almost done with this pencil. I love this pencil. I don't know why. I love these little, please, it doesn't, I don't know. Let's do a flower. So what we're going to do is you decide whether you want to trace on the outside of these or the inside. I'm going to just trace on the inside because it gives me my ball right there, my middle. Very lightly. Just with your normal pencil. If you want to use a Sharpie or whatever, you be my guest. And very carefully, just sketch around your stencil. I'm going to show you. I know this isn't anything exciting or rocket science, but you'll see what I'm talking about. So you see we have an outline. Now let's take the bigger one, and we'll make that one kind of go in front of that one. And I'm just going to show you general ideas. You know, I mean, it's up to you to do what you want to do and how you want to do it. And, you know, maybe you want to paint, you know, you want to do a flower scene. So maybe you want to paint the background all blue before you do this, right? Or maybe you just want the whole page to be flowers. Okay, so you get the drift, the gist, my drift. You know what I'm saying. And you can see how we're there. So I'm going to set these aside. And then, as you can see on this, there's other flowers. There's small flowers. There's these great leaves. Maybe you want to take your flower, and I mean, we can all draw a stem, right? Let's just do a random stem down there. And we can line up our line here. There we go. Any way you want, you know, maybe we'll do it over here. Let's do it over here. We'll have it go this way. So we're going to do this one because I want them to kind of be, you know, all over the place in a sense. So I'm just going to go in and draw, you know, or just put my line of my stem, right? And you can finish it going up there. It could be a flower behind there or whatever. And then line her up again. There we go. and make your leaves. And this is just going to add a different dimension to your flowers. It's like a fern type, you know, it has a lot of leaves. Maybe this is just a completely different flower altogether. And see what I'm saying? So we have some of that in there to add some greenery. And I did this line right here. I don't need that one. That's why you want to do a little light. You know, don't push too hard. Although, listen, to all my chronically ill friends out there with hand problems and any type of hand problem, I always tend to hit hard because I got to hold it hard because my hands hurt and I can only hold it one way, and you know, the whole thing. So do what you can do. All right, and you get, you know, you kind of get what I'm saying. Here's something fun and interesting. Here's just a flower and like a little squiggly. So maybe you want to do, I don't know, maybe this is just like a little blue flower or something, you know, coming up. We'll put it all together at the end, or just leave it like it is abstract. Who cares? Point is have fun. And this is a little curly friend. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Look at that. We're getting flowers. You can also do this, and then if you are fancy, which I'm not fancy, once we get these done, you can cut them out and then use them in other ways. Now, here is another kind of stencil. It's for glass and that kind of thing, but I use it for everything, as you can see. So maybe you want to have a little flower down here. So turn it the way you want it, right? And go to town. This is like a folky flower, folk art. Folky, whatever way you want to say it. Not Loki. Floki. Anybody know where Floki's from? Let me know down below. I bet you it's probably not, but maybe you do. And then I'll just, maybe I don't want that swirl in there because I don't want it to look too. I'll just make this a circle, right? But look how fancy it could be. This could be a violet or whatever you want. You know what I mean? You can kind of, we're going to connect these anyway, and you can make that different color. Look at that. Look at what I'm saying. Now I have stencils that I'm making, that I'm in the process of making. I know I'm always in the process of making stencils, but here's the thing. I've tried a lot of different materials to make stencils, and I found the material that I wanted to use, which are plastic folders. I think I've shown them before. I'll do a video about it. So I'm going to be making them out of that. But in the like I've had like 3 different materials I tried. I did not like them. I sent them out to people. They just sucked. I didn't like them. They didn't come back with favorable results. Then I have these folders, which I love. I've not sent them out to anybody yet. That's going to be my next thing. But then I found a couple other kind of materials to use. So I put the halt on the school notebooky ones and tried the other ones, and then indecisive me, and then health problems, and la 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 la. Here we are. So I'm just saying. So now I know what I want to use. I know. And I know I feel bad for all you who are writing me, asking me about stencils and when am I going to put them up, and you know, this and that and the other. But I want to make sure that they're good, and I want to make sure that you know what I'm saying. I don't want to give you guys crap. All right. So this is another. This is from, who is this from? Patio Paint Home and Garden reusable stick-on stencil, zinnias. Just looking for the company. Deco art. Okay, so I just got some flowers going, right? But I really dig this one. That'll make one. Or do I want a small one? Here's leaves. Here's stems. This is a great one just to get for all over. And they're kind of sticky because they stick to glass, but honestly, I don't care. I just like doing my thing. So I want to lay this one ahead. Now this has a lot of holes. So you can definitely go in and trace them all. But what I think I'm going to do is get I can get markers. Maybe I'll use a marker. Maybe I want these zinnias. Maybe I want them red. Why not? So I'm just going to get a marker. Get whatever marker you like. And I'm going to do over Let's see, it's going to take a minute. I'll probably speed through this part. So like I said, you just take whatever marker you have and go ahead and fill it in. And I'm filling it in now, and this will be the color, and it's going over the flowers because this will be a flower that's sticking out more to the front. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so now I have that. Now I can use this. You just put it back on the paper, but I can use this as a stem placement if you feel, you know, if you want to use it like that. I'm going to have it go like this. And just lay it down to how you have it. You can use a marker or whatever. I'm just going to real quick use that so I have the idea and pull it up. Okay. So for now, that is what I'm going to do with that. And let's say we want a butterfly, right? We just want a little butterfly, nothing too fantastical. Maybe it's up here, okay? It doesn't have to be up there. It could be flying the other way. It could do whatever you want. So I'm going to lay him right here because I want to get a decent sketch of him. And I'm just kind of going in very lightly, getting... Now, you can draw one, you know, if you want to. But I'm just kind of just getting sketch. I'm going light. I'm not going to worry if it's not spot on. And you see, I'm just kind of doing my thing. And you can go in and again trace, you know, all this. So you know where to color. No big deal. Or at least do a couple on the bottom. You know, so you know. So you know. Nothing too fantastic, but look, then we have that. Okay, so I think you get my drift of what to do. And if you want a little bird sitting, and I'm just doing these for examples for you guys, you know, if sometimes people get stuck and they don't think that you're like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put a little bird with our stencil. Look how fun this is to sketch. Right? And I'm just doing a little bird. I want a bird, but my husband won't let me. He gives me the bird. Do you get it? Because I want a bird. And yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, the Donovans were so freaking funny. Okay, so you get my point, right? I don't know. I get a kick out of myself. Okay, so here we are. So we have a bird. We have a butterfly. We have all this. Now, what does Kelly normally do? I would erase all this pencil, but I'm not this time. So all I'm going to do is go in, and I know that this is, you know, I need to close this up because it's a circle, right? And then I'm just going to make sure these lines are in here, and I'm going to pick one flower at a time. I'll show you. All right, so you see now we have a gap here. It doesn't matter. We could put color behind it or whatever. I am going to, what was I going to use? I'm going to use, I think, paint pens. These are the Deco Art paint markers. They're for glass, but I love them. However, and the only reason I'm not using, I mean, I guess I can use some paint, and maybe I'll do that. I'll use some paint and some markers because I don't have a lot of my paint sitting here right now because I've been cleaning up. But I do have this yellow here. Okay, and I'm just going to do that little swatch. And all this is Liquitex cadmium yellow medium, which is one of my faves. I got to get more because look, it's all gone. Okay, I'm very whiny today. All right, let me find a paintbrush. I told you I'm cleaning up, and when I clean up, what happens? I can't find a darn thing. All right, so I'm just going to take this angled brush, no big deal, and I'm dipping in the yellow. Both sides I like to do. And then I'm going in here, and I'm just going to... Now, this is a thicker bodied paint, and you can see it's like kind of... Maybe I should move it a little bit. It's a little grainy going on, so I need some moisture. So if you have a little bit of water sitting next to you, do that. I must have green on this brush left, but oh well. Or use your... what is it called? The stuff that we use to make it go like go easier and extender. Couldn't think of the word. Now, if you're doing this for the first time, like I said, you could take the pencil marks out. For your first time, or you playing around until you get used to doing something like this, which isn't hard at all. Don't think that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, you know, but I'm going to leave my pencil marks in because we can go over with black marker or black paint. And I think that's going to look really cool. And we can also decorate the flowers as well. Do you know what I'm saying? All right. I love flowers. I love flowers. So you see, now I'm going to just do a little brush of the yellow in the middle for when I go around and do it. I have a little bit of red here. Maybe I will do, no, you know what I'll do? Let's do a little blue. Let's do a little blue. What I'll do here is put a squirt of blue, and right here I'm going to mix my brush so this makes green. Well, you can't see a gosh darn thing, can you? That's why I didn't want to move. That's see, in my head I'm like, don't move out because they won't be able to see it. Okay, so you see this? So I'm mixing my brush both sides, and I'm doing this, and I'm going to make it green. Why waste green and squirt it out when I can just go in here? I'm just going to take some of that yellow. All right, yellow, because it's very thick. And mix it in. I don't know. I don't like wasting. I am such a non-waster. Sometimes I waste if I'm doing videos and I'm like, oh, you know, I'm going to pull some of that out more, get more in here. Okay. If you have little chunks like that, try to work them out. Work it out. Work it out. What'd you say? Work it out. I said work it out. Okay. I know that was unnecessary. Okay, so I'm going to take this. I'm going to keep it on my angle. You know, like up like this. And the pointy part, and I'm just going to take it down. I'm going to roll it down to the ground. Oh God, I'm a rapper today. I can't. I'm not even going to torture you guys. I promise. I promise. The rhymes in my head. Jumping rhymes. Jumping rhymes. Not really. Kelly rhymes. All right, and you see we got our green stem. What this means when it drags like that is that it you know, you need more paint. You need more like water or whatever. But I'm just showing you guys, so I'm not going to worry so much about it. While I'm doing with this green, I'm going to just wet it for a second just to make it go a little better. And I'm going to start here, and I'm going to take it all the way like that. A little more on my brush, take it. And you can make them intermingle, you know, them touch. Like for instance, this one, we'll just have it kind of doing its own thing there. This one, I don't know where the heck it thinks it's going, but it's a fancy one, but we'll bring it down here. Let's just add a little of Kelly's stuff. We're just playing with the flower. You're just getting the groove. Now we have these leaves here. So I'm just going to touch my brush down like this. Right? See, very simple. Just take your brush, and this is an angle brush. See how it's like slanted. These are the best. And you just kind of just touch it. Touch it. Touch it. Touch it. There we go. And you can go all the way down. All the way down to the bottom. Look. Touch it. Now I'm being fancy. I'm trying to go fast, but I'm not worried about it. You see what I'm saying? And you can do it everywhere, but I'm not worried about that right now. So I'm going to rinse my brush. Rinsing. Can you hear it? It's rinsing. Now let me show you let's do a purple one. A purple and yellow one. And I'll use now listen to me. You can use your markers that you have. Let's say you have, because you know I'm somebody who likes to do all kinds of things with products. So for instance, I have alcohol markers. Now what they're going to do is if you use them on this kind of paper, they could sink in a little bit, the alcohol and all that. But here's the thing, if you're like me and you have a lot of alcohol markers, I have a lot of Copics that I really don't use. And I've been cleaning and straightening up my room a bit and rearranging, and I found them all, and they're just sitting there, and I've had them for years. And I have a lot. So they're just sitting there. So why not just use them, you know, me, I'm talking about me, you do what you choose, but why not me just use them on whatever and my mixed media and play with them rather than let them sit and dry out and get, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. In my head. Now first, I always use the lighter color first. So I'm going to go in with the yellow, but you could paint it just the same. I have my yellow there, but I'm just going to do less. I like color. So let me just tell what my point was is go to the dollar store. If you don't have markers, they have markers there. You can get Sharpie, you can get Bic, you can get Crayola markers. Get Crayola paint. It doesn't matter. The point is you're having fun and you're doing it. You know, those coloring books for adults are popular and all, and hey, that's awesome. I love to color. I love doing stuff, but now I'm going in with purple that hasn't been used yet. But, you know, sometimes I want to sit and draw and doodle, and that's kind of what this is. It's just giving you a heads up on, you know, if you don't feel comfortable. Because I know a lot of you are just starting out, and you don't. Now, I'm going in with my purple. You know, and of course you do, you know, you take an extra minute. I just want to get done so I don't keep you guys here with me all day. And I'm just going to put some of these in here, right? And then trace that, like that. Oh gosh, we started watching Bloodline 2 because we really liked Bloodline 1, the first one on Netflix, and now they just put up the second one. Oh my god, obsessed. It is so good. It's definitely not lighthearted. But I will I'll tell you this. And Dave and I have talked about this, but you know, I for people out there, and I'm only going to speak for myself, but for people out there whose families can be a bit wacko, I don't know if that's the right word. Secretive, lies, well, I don't know. It's just very good. It's just a very good show. Entertaining to the last second. And I mean, we haven't got through season 2 yet, but we're getting there. That, and we started The Path on Hulu. I think it's Hulu. So I only watched one of those so far. I'm on the fence about that one, but we'll see. Okay, so you see, look how pretty my flower looks. I drew it, and I did that. Now, in the middle, I'm just going to do this. And you can go in with a little yellow to kind of, you know, pull some of that purple in the middle. Or just go over it, whatever way you want. And play around and just have fun. I mean, look at that, how cute. So cute. So cute. Then I'm going to put those there, and I'm going to take my brush and rinse it again real good. And then wipe it on my paper towel and dry it. And then take some of this blue that I have laying here. Now, this is multi-surface. There's a little bit of water right here. So what that means is it's going to it's going to dry, not matte, not super shiny, but in the middle. It's going to do satin, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm going to do the big one in this. Now, I can see here that this petal is covering that, so I'm going to go around and not go over that part, which is fine. Okay, just keep getting more. And this has a lot of, like I said, it's a lot easier to paint with because there's some fluid in there that makes it move. And there's nothing wrong with that. I prefer matte sometimes, but sometimes you just do what you have. All right, going in here. And, you know, you can go in and highlight and doodle on them. Oh, the fun you can have. Okay. Now, I'm sorry if you can hear my dog. They're up there wrestling. I don't know why. Okay. You can kind of see how that goes. It's like behind there. Now, I'm going to probably paint this in a little, like a light pink, so it's covered in the back, but I'm going to finish this, fix this. I think I'm going to put black in the middle there a little bit, like a black Susan. Or whatever they're called. Lazy, I don't know what the hell they're called. I think Susan something. Can't recall right now. Okay. All right, so you see that. And for the middle, maybe I'll just do some yellow as well. Or a yellowish green. Just make my circle. Doesn't have to be perfect. Pull some of that blue in, it's all right. It's just some green and some color. You know, no big deal. You can go back and change that all you want. And then I'm going to take some of that blue as my base for my butterfly and keep it dark like that. Now you can do whatever color butterfly you want. I'm probably going to just loosely go around. Not going to worry about that inside right now. But you can do whatever you want. It is totally up to you. Because it's going to, you know, it's your journal, your page, your whatever. And I'm just laying down a plain color. Okay. Yeah, we have our middle there, you know, that we could go over with black, which is no big deal. You just go and make sure that you have it whatever way you want. Okay. All right, so you get what I'm saying, right? And then we'll go in and do that. And let's do our bird. Now I'm going to get my black, just to speed it up a bit. This is my black Faber-Castell Big Pen, yep. Pin Artist Pen Big Brush in bold, in black. And I'm going to make this a blackbird. Right, and then we got his little one, his little bird legs. And you can go in and color it whatever way you want. I can take this and do this in the middle here with his antennas. See what I'm saying? You can go in and put black dots. You can do light dots. You can color in those lines underneath once the paint dries. It doesn't matter. What I like to do, like I said, I'm going to go over these. Now you can use black paint, but just because I have them. Sometimes I like the illustration, the illustrated look of like having the black lines, but really it's up to you. I just want to show you. I can color in. I'll just do black for now. Right? And then you could do the little boops. Whatever you want. Same with these. You can go in and make them rounder on the edges. You don't have to do it right on top. You can stick your hand in the paint underneath of your arm because you're not paying attention. That's always fun. And then, like you can see here, this has, you know, like if you don't like that, just go back with your blue. Let me get a different brush. Go back in with your blue. And do this. And take it to the line, right? Who cares? Who cares? Okay, I didn't do that flower, so we'll see. I'll just go like this. It just has a lot of petals. You know, whatever. Make it your garden, not mine. I mean, of course, you could follow what I do, but I'm just saying it's yours. You know, and then I loosely am chasing. So you see what I'm saying? And then we have this cutie right here, which this is my favorite. And I'm just tracing. And if you don't have one of these, use your Sharpie or use your black paint. I just have to go find all my stuff. I'm just giving the yellow a little trace on the outside, nothing big. A little black in there. And again, then you can just paint your bird in black or blue or red bird, right? I'll do it real quick, just scribble in. And then what we'll do, you get the point. You got the gist. All right, blackbird is my word. And for all of you who follow me or watch my videos, you'll know what to do. But blackbird is the word. And my dog up there still barking and playing. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bigger brush and I'm going to wet it because I want it wet. And I'm going to stick it in this blue. And I'm going to take a little white. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. And I'm going to mix it in there because I want it to be a light blue. Okay, both sides of my brush. And then just go in and start painting if you want a background. And I'm going to show you real quick. I know I didn't paint that little bad bird in, that little flower in, but it's all right. If you go and paint in, like I said, whatever color sky you want, you can mix, do dark, light, whatever. I just want to show you. And go around your flowers, how nice it will look. And you could put green on the bottom as well. A little bit more water. Because I want it to flow. I don't want it to be so stiff. And water does it. Sometimes, you know, like I said, you can use the product that's out there. There's a couple products that you can use. And if you accidentally go on the black like that, then all you do is take your marker at the end after all this is dry and do your thing. Okay. And you can go in between your leaves and you know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying, right? Now, the Faber-Castell pens, markers are permanent. But they're not permanent until they're dry. That's why I love them because I can play with them. I can smear them. I can really play with them good. What kind of language is that, Kelly? But you know what I'm saying? So you can really get different uses out of them is what I'm trying to say. I'm just going to go in here. And then I'm going to show you how to... So you see how the background works, right? And you just keep painting and painting and painting. You want green down here? Let's do green. Let's mix in some of that yellow and let's do green down here. And then if you do this, we can do texture and you can have leaves. I mean, blades of grass. Right? Right. So watch. Let's see. Do like this. And then I'll let that dry for a few minutes and then I'll show you how we can do leaves there. Blades of grass, Cal. What leaves? Why is leaves in my head? I don't know. Maybe because I should leave this video now. Get it? Because, okay. Alrighty then. Okay, and you see what I'm saying. So you play and you do your own gig, right? You want to do some blades of grass. Just take a green paint of yours. I'll just put a little bit there. Take a thinner brush, which I'll take this one. Stick it in. You might want to wait till this is dry, but just go and very thinly and then different, you know, textures and all that. You can use the back of your brush because you just want to, you know, you can even see how we can scrape it in. It just adds, you know, a little bit of texture to the grass itself. So you just play. You just kind of do your thing. Like I said, little quick petals. Maybe even a smaller brush than this. Maybe you have a toothpick or something sitting around. But it's just to, you know, to add a little bit. You also can do some little flowers out here. You know what I mean? So you can really have a fun time. So anyway, oh my goodness, 36 minutes. So It just got me thinking, because a lot of you, like I said, you guys email me a lot of questions, especially starting out and not being not feeling your best at your drawing and that kind of thing, but you want to do something. So this is just a fun thing to do. You know, you play around. You could get one stencil and put all the same flower all over this and really go to town and have a blast. I showed you, I think I showed you this, I can't recall. When you have, yeah, I did, dilutions. Let's say that's the only spray you have, right? You got lucky, you got a couple of them, and you want to use them in different ways. I like to take my lid off and use a dry. You want your stuff dry. And I like to dip a little in like that. And then you can go in and paint with it like a watercolor. See? So there you have two different applications for your dilutions. And again, if you make it yourself, I mean, the sky's the limit of what you can do. But look how cute. Very fast, very cute. And you have, you know, you have color there. Now, mind you, I put light blue over that, so that's why it's kind of looking a little shady, a little sketchy. But then, here we go. Last thing, I'm going to take some pink. I'm going to show you. I just want to plop her right there. I want a decent sized brush. So I'm going back for the angle. Drawing the angle. I'm going in for some pink. I'm going to spread it around both sides. I'm going in. And mainly, I want to show you. All right, and I'm scrubbing this in the background. Right? And I'm going to, a little bit of water. No big deal. Go around and around. Okay. A little more water. Just to thin it out. Around. So you already have your guide. Okay. Okay. I think you get my drift. All right. So it's wet. We want that to be a little wet. You're going to take a paper towel now or whatever rag you use and go ahead and wipe it. And what it's going to do, it's going to bring the darker red forward, but the back is done. Do you see what I'm saying? And now you can go in with your red marker or whatever if you want to make the outsides a little more. I like this look. You could take, you could take some glitter and put it on here. You can do all kinds of fun stuff. I got to stop because I could go on for hours and it's just not right. But I hope this helps some of you guys. Like I said, just take a stencil. Or cut out a stencil out of a piece of paper or cardboard of a flower and then just do this and trace it and have a blast. Now, can you paint this all the colors you want, the background blue, the green, whatever background you want before you start this? Yes, especially if you're starting out, I advise it. Me just starting out, I just wanted to show you guys how to do it, and then I go on my own ramp, but my own tangent. But definitely, you can paint the background first, let it dry, and then do all this fun stuff on top. Works the same. You can use modeling paste in your stencils to make these pop out more, which would be delicious. And yeah, that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, please give me a thumbs up if you guys enjoy my videos and learning some odd ways that I do things. Something else real quick, because I never can shut up, is, see our butterfly that we did? What about if we took our butterfly, put it back, took some black and just sponged it to get, let me do it real quick just to show you, and sponged it to get some of those textures. Maybe you don't want to sit and draw all that, right? So I'm going to, okay, I'm sorry, somebody texted me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take this little sponges and I'm just going to show you one side. I'm not going to be too... And you can, you know, be more precise. But look, bam, all there. All there. So, I mean, think about what you can do. Think about, you can use these on these flowers. You can, oh my gosh, you can doodle on these all with your white jelly pen or your jelly roll. You know what I'm saying? You can just go in and add texture. Look at this. Add texture and play. Oh gosh, the excitement. Okay, I know, I'm wacko. Listen, as always, please be kind to each other because you never know what battle somebody else is fighting. Share me around like I'm your loose friend. I want to thank you guys so very much from the bottom of my heart for watching my videos and supporting me in the way that you guys do. It means the world to me. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.